Hey, this is Mr. Soy. This is a continuation of our previous lesson, which basically showed the different features of a quadratic graph and how they related to the different forms of quadratic equations, the standard form, the vertex form, and factored form. Well, sometimes you're just given the standard form, and maybe you want to find the features of the graph, and you don't really want to have to go through the process of converting from standard form into factored and vertex. So I'm going to show you how you can find those same graph features using your TI-84 calculator when you're given a quadratic in standard form. The first thing you need to do is you need to put your quadratic into your calculator into a y equal so that we can actually see the graph. So I'm going to click on y equal. And now I'm going to enter my equation, x squared minus 2x minus 3. And you might recognize that's what we used in the previous lesson video where we were looking at the graph features. So we already know what the values are, but I'm going to show you that you can find those values using your calculator. All right, now I want to set up the graph so I can see the parabola. Well, when you're entering a quadratic equation, your first step is to hit the zoom button in the upper middle and then go down to number 6, zoom standard, and that will set your window to 10 by 10 by 10 by 10, which for most of the quadratics that we're going to look at is probably a pretty good window to be able to see our features. Okay, now on your homework assignment, I think you're being asked to find the various features, given an equation. So we've got it in standard form, and we know in standard form that I can find my y-intercept. And in fact, I can see right here clearly on the graph that the y-intercept is at -3. But I want to show you that you can actually get the y-intercept quickly if it's not something that's like in a nice exact integer, by simply hitting second and the graph button. It will take us into table mode. And remember, the y-intercept has a coordinate of 0, comma, whatever the y-intercept is, because x is 0 on the y-axis. Well, here you can see in table mode, my x is 0, and for that equation, y1, you can see that the y-intercept is -3. So that's just another way to get the y-intercept if it's something that maybe isn't quite as obvious on the graph itself. Nice, quick, easy. All right, let's go back, hit graph. Now we can see our parabola again. And the next thing that we wanted were our roots. Well, it turns out that you can find them, and you find them using a function called zeros. That's a pretty nice function. So let me walk you through that. I'm going to hit the second button and then the trace button, which is right next to the graph button. That takes me into the calculate menu. And if you look here, number 2, the actual function name is 0, and that's the one that we want. So I'm going to arrow down, select number 2, 0. And it wants to know the left side of the root or 0 I'm looking for. So I just move my little blinking cursor there to the left side of this first one on the left side of my parabola. And then I hit enter. And then it wants to know the right bound or right side of that. So I'm just going to move it down below, hit enter. And you can see it creates a little channel, and it's going to find where the value of the function is 0 in that channel. So when it says guess, I could easily move it up there if I wanted to. I don't need to, though. I can just hit enter and it'll find the 0. And you can see our first 0 then is x equals -1, which we already knew, and we can kind of clearly see that on the graph. But this gives it to me exactly. All right, now I want to find my second one over here on the right, and I'm going to do the exact same process. I'll hit the second and trace button, and then I'm going to choose number 2 for the 0 function. And then it says left bound, and it doesn't really matter where, as long as I'm on the left side of the point I'm looking for, but I always like to pull it down here closer to the actual point hit enter. And then it wants the right bound, so I'm just going to on the right side of it, or above that 0, hit enter, and then enter again when it asks me to guess. And I can see clearly then my second 0 for this quadratic graph is x equals 3. So if I'm given a standard form equation and I need to find my zeros, I can just plug it into my calculator and use this 0 function to find both of my zeros. Okay, well, the last feature we were interested in was finding the vertex, because if I found the vertex, I could find the line of symmetry and also the minimum or maximum. All right, well, it turns out that the calculator uses a minimum or maximum function to be able to find the vertex. Well, since this is opening up, I already know that I need to find the minimum, which is right here. It's the lowest point of my parabola. So again, I'm going to hit the second button and then the trace button in the upper right. That takes me back into this calculate menu, and I want this time number 3 minimum, but you can see if I had a quadratic that was actually opening down, I could also use maximum, and it works exactly the same as the minimum does. Okay, so I'm going to choose 3 minimum. And just like with the zeros, it wants to know the left side of where I think it is. Well, if the vertex is right there, so there's my left side of that. And then it wants to know the right side, so I'm just going to arrow my little cursor over to the right side of that, hit enter, and it creates a channel again. And it's going to find the lowest output value of our function within this channel, essentially. When it says guess, I don't need to do that. I just need to hit enter, and it'll find it. And there's our vertex at x equals 1. This is just an error in the calculator, and that's a computing thing. So if you see a number like this, 1.0000, it's basically 1. And then our y then is -4. Well, we now know that the x value of my vertex, the 1, is also my line of symmetry. It's the horizontal line that splits the parabola in half. And so from the vertex, once I find it, all I need to do to answer what's the line of symmetry is put x equals 1. And then finally, when it asks for what the minimum is, well, that's the second part of my vertex. That's the -4. And so the minimum for this particular quadratic is -4. And that's how you can find the features of a quadratic graph using your TI-84 calculator. Thanks.